It's the show of the week.
Hello, welcome back to Show of the Week, the weekly segment where we talk musical theater and where I wear flannel. This week, I want to talk about Stephen Sondheim's The Frogs. The Frogs is a musical with an interesting history. Sondheim famously wrote it to be performed in the swimming pool at Yale. He was an invited guest artist. In Finishing the Hat, he talks about it being a very trying experience, and then it had a, on-again, off-again fan base, finally culminating in a 2004 rewritten revival starring Nathan Lane, where Nathan Lane had written a bunch of new stuff for it that was received with mixed reviews, as Wikipedia would say. And then, Frogs kinda fluttered away. It's a school project turned flop that's never won any Tony Awards or reached a lot of critical acclaim, but I think is important to listen to for a couple of reasons. First, if you've done any kind of Sondheim research at all, you know that he is a writer who does not like writing musical theater pieces for traditional choruses. It's strange that Dolly Levi is heading out of Yonkers into New York and the whole town suddenly starts singing. Why does that happen? There's a separation there, and Sondheim acknowledges this. And so all of his chorus pieces through most of his musicals are either individual cacophony pieces where everyone's singing their own individual thing, or he forgoes them for some other device. The Frogs is one of his few pieces with really, really traditional chorus music, because you can get away with it. It's got a Greek chorus because it has Greek roots. And to hear what he can do with a chorus, with choral music, is really stunning. There are some just beautiful, beautiful choral songs in this piece. Second reason you should listen to it, if you are any kind of theater studies student, you're doing any kind of theater history, it's a really good sideways way into Greek theater, old ancient Greek theater. I was not a fan of theater history when I had to take it in college, and this play musical lets you get into the structure of a Greek play from an interesting angle. It certainly doesn't, it doesn't hold the form of Greek play very highly. It makes fun of it, but it's still, if you read it with your theater history book open next to you with Aristophanes of the Frogs, the original one, next to you, it gets funnier, it gets interesting. Certainly, you don't need to know anything about Greek plays to enjoy this musical, but if you do, you'll enjoy it a little more. And the final reason I think you should listen to this, and listen to the one in the Spotify link, don't listen to the 2004 Broadway version, just listen to the concert version with Nathan Lane. The Frogs is a very meta-theatrical piece. As I've mentioned before, anytime you are watching a piece of artwork and suddenly that piece of artwork starts to comment on the art it is, suddenly you are seeing the playwright or the music writer or the book writer or whoever, their commentary on the art form they work in. And there's something wonderfully insightful about that. Watching the Frogs, listening to the Frogs, hearing what Sondheim and Shevelove have to say about George Bernard Shaw and William Shakespeare and how people perceive plays, I think will give you much more insight than any biography or autobiography ever will. And it's a musical not a lot of people know, so you can consider yourself cultured and impress your friends with the obscure musical theater knowledge you've gained from a weirdo on the internet. Pretty much. Yeah, go listen to the Frogs, and I'll see you next week. Big exciting news this morning. I passed 9,000 subscribers. That's a big deal. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. I never expected this to get more views than, my 6 friends. And even then, I didn't even expect them all to watch it. So the fact that there are 9,000 of you out there who watch this, thank you. It means the world to me. This is also big news because it means we're super, super close to 10,000. And apart from being math, that's really exciting because it means a lot of new, exciting YouTube opportunities open up. So not that I'm terribly attached to these numbers, but if there's a video that you like or very much enjoy, or one that one of your friends might really like, maybe go post it on their wall, Twitter, Facebook, Gram, a Snapchat, or whatever, and ask them to subscribe. because 10,000 would be really cool. It's a whole nother order of magnitude. Yeah? Cool. Enough begging on the internet. I'll see you later.